5. Of this study has been to define a problem, rather than propose solutions to it. We have kept within these confines for 3 reasons. There are many persons, within and without the government, who do not feel the problem exists, at least in any serious degree. Persons feel that, with the legal obstacles to assimilation out of the way, matters will take care of themselves in the normal course of events. This is a fundamental issue, and requires a decision within the government. It is our view that the problem is so interrelated, one thing with another, that any list of program proposals would necessarily be incomplete, and would distract attention from the main point of interrelatedness. A clear relation between male employment, for example, and the number of welfare-dependent children. Employment in turn reflects educational achievement, which depends in large part on family stability, which reflects employment. We should break into this cycle, and how, are the most difficult domestic questions facing the United States. We must first reach agreement on what the problem is, then we will know what questions must be answered. Third, it is necessary to acknowledge the view, held by a number of responsible persons, that this problem may in fact be out of control. This is a view with which we emphatically and totally disagree, but the view must be acknowledged. The persistent rise in Negro educational. 32. Achievement is probably the main trend that belies this thesis. On the other hand, our study has produced some clear indications that the situation may indeed have begun to feed on itself. Be noted, for example, that for most of the post-war period male Negro unemployment and the number of new AFDC cases rose and fell together as if connected by a chain from 1948 to 1962. Correlation between the 2 series of data was an astonishing 0.91. This would mean that 83% of the rise and fall in AFDC cases can be statistically ascribed to the rise and fall in the unemployment rate. In 1960, however, for the first time, unemployment declined, but the number of new AFDC cases rose. In 1963 this happened a second time. In 1964 a third. The possible implications of these and other data are serious enough that they, too, should be understood before program proposals are made. The argument of this paper does lead to one central conclusion: whatever the specific elements of a national effort designed to resolve this problem, those elements must be coordinated in terms of one general strategy. And is that problem? We feel the answer is clear enough. 3 centuries of injustice have brought about deep-seated structural distortions in the life of the Negro American. The present angle of pathology is capable of perpetuating itself without assistance from the white world. The cycle can be broken only if these distortions are set right. A national effort towards the problems of Negro Americans must be directed towards the question of family structure. It should be to strengthen the Negro family so as to enable it to raise and support its members as do other families. After that, how this group of Americans chooses to run its affairs, take advantage of its opportunities, or fail to do so, is none of the nation's business. Fundamental importance and urgency of restoring the Negro American family structure has been evident for some time. Franklin Frazier put it most succinctly in 1950. Of family disorganization, a large proportion of Negro children and youth have not undergone the socialization which only the family can provide. Organized families have failed to provide for their emotional needs and have not provided the discipline and habits which are necessary for personality development. The disorganized family has failed in its function as a socializing agency. It has handicapped the children in their relations to the institutions in the community. Family disorganization has been partially responsible for a large amount of juvenile delinquency and adult crime among Negroes. The widespread family disorganization among Negroes has resulted from the failure of the father to play the role in family life required by American society. The solution of this problem must await those changes in the Negro and American society which will enable the Negro father to play the role required of him. 61. Done in response to Frazier's argument. Matters were left to take care of themselves, and as matters will, grew worse not better. The problem is now more serious, the obstacles greater. However, a profound change for the better in one respect. The President has committed the nation to an all-out effort to eliminate poverty wherever it exists, among whites or Negroes, and a militant, organized, and responsible Negro movement exists to join in that effort. 3. Such a national effort could be stated thus. The policy of the United States is to bring the Negro American to full and equal sharing in the responsibilities and rewards of citizenship. And the programs of the federal government bearing on this objective shall be designed to have the effect, directly or indirectly, of enhancing the stability and resources of the Negro American family.